Okay, today we're going to be talking about car seats. Does that sound like math at all? No, that's hilarious. Okay, so for funsies, we're going to start with this video.
As your child grows, so should their car seat. The new Graco Forever car seat. It's the only car seat you'll ever need.
Okay, what was something that you noticed?
They were dancing.
They were dancing. What else?
The car seat changed shape.
The car seat changed shape. All in one. Anyone else? Okay, what is this video trying to say?
You're wondering how many rows is smaller?
You will only ever need one car seat. If you have that,
If you have that car seat, but what is it also trying to say? As kids, what did the little girl do?
as kids grow, they need a different car seat.
They need a different size car seat. Okay, and what would you use to accurately show this? What would you use? Instead of like a commercial, what would you use?
You could have data explaining how children grow over time and how the safety rating.
Data.
Like what car seat they should be in?
What car seat?
Age they are.
Okay. Well, the National Highway Traffic and Safety Association made graphics to show everybody. And the graphics are going to show the amount of kids that are in the correct size car seat.
Okay, anything else?
So what we are trying to figure out is how many kids are in the correct size car seat. So first off, what I want you to do is look at the graphics and tell me what you noticed about them first.
A lot of people think they have the right size car seats.
What'd you say?
I said a lot of people think they have the right car seat, but very few actually do.
What do you think they're all find out? What kind of problems?
All the graphics?
In the
Alright,
top
so
corner
what
of
I'm
all
gonna
of
do,
them, it
what
says
you're gonna need to
choose
know.
car seat by age and size.
Okay.
So the car seat word like needs to change based on age and size, not one or the other.
Okay. Well, what I want you guys to do is use manipulatives. I gave you these tape measures. I'm sorry, I lost my words. Tape measures. You can also use the Katie cubes, and I want you to figure out what number or what amount out of this whole graphic are in the correct size car seat.
Child, and you might want
So go on ahead.
the measuring tape. So I'm also going to give you some waffles to look at. So here's the approximate size of the larger waffle. Thank you. And then the smaller waffle. So you guys can have that in front of you. Okay, so. They do. And then here is the information on the cost of the waffle and the serving. So here's the frozen, and then and you can use paper and pencil to illustrate something, but I don't want you doing any kind of, like, trying to figure any formulas out or anything like that.
It's 12 cubes.
12 cubes. So the pencil is 12 cubes in whole?
Yes.
That's the whole thing?
And I'm trying to figure out how many people are actually in the correct.
How many people are in the correct? Yes.
Which
2 of the cubes out of the 12? Okay.
how
How are you using them to figure out this problem?
I found how many 3 out of 10.
I have 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
Less than 1/4.
Less than 1/4. Okay. Less than's this way? Which way's less than? This way? Or that way?
I got 7 1/4, okay?
The mouth open on the right.
And then what other information?
Mouth is open.
So you said less than 1/4. What else did we get?
I think 1.5.
1.5? Okay. Huh?
3 waffles or not?
3/10. Okay. What else did we get?
I have 1/10.
1/10. Okay. Did we get anything else? Okay, who all used the Katie cubes? Okay, so nobody used a tape measure? You used a tape measure? Your face looks so confused. You used the tape measure? Okay, which did you like better? Which worked out better and gave you neither? Neither gave you more accurate numbers?
And it said that it's a little over 8 inches.
8 inches.
But then this is not
Okay.
Katie cubes.
I started with the thing.
You did?
Since it wasn't an exact measure, I was like,
Okay.
yeah, I don't want to do that. And
But then it's not an exact measure with my cubes either.
Okay.
I used it, but like I counted how many are in here, like these lines.
Uh-huh.
10, so I just went to 10
Mhm.
and had each one of these equal an inch, and then so that's how I did it. I just
Okay.
combined it.
Okay.
I just matched my thingy with the picture.
Okay. Okay. Well, now I want you guys to switch graphics, like tables. That I think that'll work easier. Switch graphics with tables, and I want you to take time. Use the same. I can't find my words. I don't like talking in front of people. Strategies. Use the same strategies that you used for the last graphics for these, and see if you're getting the same thing.
The fact that I realized that Peter wanted to too, so I wanted to do 6. Very good, very good. I like your thinking.
I'm getting like 6.5.
Yeah, because there's also not on both sides. Oh, Lord. Which one's the better value? So, yeah. I have a cup, so how much are those? Could I go 1 cup makes 2? So let's put, so this one and then this one. And then 1 waffle makes 1 waffle. So so how many waffles can you make? So the 30 per container. So this one is roughly 11. So I think it's 11 waffles. 2 waffles. Yeah. So you're
You okay?
number of waffles and serving size is 2, right? Yeah.
Same thing. I don't think it's right.
Okay.
And these are also twice the size. Yeah, so these are everything better. These are $11 versus. Whereas we wanted 11, because these are, we have to buy 2 boxes. And that's already. Oh. $5. Okay.
Oh, you're filling it all up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
That you wouldn't get bigger. I like that. Yeah, you get. So we can get.
But then also, on this infographic, the thing does not cover the whole body.
So,
how can you
you're asking my thoughts and feelings about this. This graphic, on this graphic, it's exactly 1/4. The people who are actually doing technical, it's exactly 1/4. In the other graphic, it's less than 1/4.
Okay, you had the bottle, right? And you said it was 1, or not the bottle, the stacky things. You said it was 1/10? And Colette, you got 1/4?
For this,
For the stacky thing, you got 1/4?
for the first one, and then the second one, I got exactly 1/4.
Okay. Okay, and then the 3/10 was Kim on the bottle? Okay, Julie, what'd you get?
The same thing that I got.
Or, huh? Okay. Okay. And then,
So
which graphic am I missing? The pencil. Who had the pencil first? You did, and you got less than 1/4. And what'd you get? 1/6. That's a big thing. No. You said you got 1/6? Okay. And then my last graphic, the popsicle was the 1 1/2. And then what'd you get? 3/13.
you're trying to make equal servings in those boxes, or the serving boxes, right? For the size of the waffle, I'm trying to follow your thing.
Are the ones who do it right. I don't know what to count with the popsicle stick part.
I didn't count the stick.
But the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing points to it.
But then I don't know who actually counts the stick or if it's just counting
I
them. I
don't
think
know.
it's just counting them.
Yeah, that's all I
Then I'm
did.
gonna stick with 313.
3/13. Okay. All right. And your strategy was to fill up the whole pencil. Did anybody, or not pencil, popsicle, did anybody else use this strategy?
Now I want to.
Filling up the whole thing? Okay.
So we're trying to use.
Okay. So how do the answers differ from the answers we got the first time?
Okay, so what did you find?
Quite a bit.
Okay.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Some of them are the same. Some of them are kind of close, but they differ quite a bit. Correct? Correct. Okay. Well, I'm going to push this discussion a little bit and give you a statistic from the NHTSA. That is a mouthful. According to the NHTSA study, the highway people, I'm going to start calling them that, 'cause 3 out of 4 kids are not secure in their car seat as they should be because their car seats are not being used correctly. So 3 out of 4 kids are not secure in their car seat. What is it? 3 out of 4.
It's 2 waffles? Yes. Okay, 2 waffles per serving.
How would you do that on the Katie Cubes or even the ruler? I know the Katie Cubes are you guys' favorites. How would you do that on the Katie Cube?
Yeah, each half a cup. 1 cup to 2 waffles. So it's 1 cup for 1 waffle. So how many waffles is 1 cup?
3 out of 4.
Waffle, okay. So then how many waffles do you get out of that box?
3 out of 4. You're showing you have 7 cubes,
1 waffle.
Covering these.
3 covering those. Okay. Okay.
You're getting 11 waffles total, right?
3 out of 4 that are green.
Mine's the same thing, but this way.
Okay. Same thing as that. Same thing as that. So what we're doing, supposedly, I can't draw, so pretend these are the same sizes. Okay. All right. So 3 out of 4 of the things are the kids that are not in the correct one. So how many out of the 4 are the kids that are in the right one? 1/4 are in the right one.
So we count that the small waffle is 9.
Okay. How would you, so out of, what is the whole of this? 4. The whole is 4 and 3 is the part. So it's cut into 4 equal parts. That's a word.
So right there, are you thinking which one is the better value?
So because this is cut into 4 equal parts, you understand it more correctly? Correct? You understand it more. So that's going to be 3 equal parts out of 4. How else would you write this? Would somebody like to write it? I won't throw the thing at you again.
Okay.
Anybody? What's another way to write 3 out of 4?
All right.
3 over 4. And what do we call that, guys? A fraction. And what do we know about fractions?
What we're trying to find.
Part of the whole.
Fractions are part of a whole. I'm running out of room. I write too big.
Find the relationship of frozen waffles per box and mixed waffles per box, right? Okay. So if we say for 6 waffles.
Okay. So looking back at our graphics, what does this say about the graphics?
They're bad. 6 for 2 is 10.
Straight up, they're bad.
They're not accurate.
11 for $4.99.
Okay. Bad.
So now if you know how much these cost per box, how much, so work together in your small group and see if you can figure out how much,
Not accurate. What else do we have?
how much they cost per.
Not equal parts. Okay, and so
Not reliable.
not reliable.
Yeah, they're not in like
They're not in proportions, and proportions are another form of fractions, correct.
It's like the same length as this eraser, but
Mhm.
there's so much more in the pencil than there is in a bottle.
Exactly. Exactly. So how would this hurt somebody that's trying to figure out what size car seat to get their child?
I feel like it doesn't tell them anything.
It doesn't tell them
You don't know
anything.
what size your kid needs.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, hey, you're a bad parent.
But then I don't even know if you could say that because they're like, what percent, you know? It's like you can't really tell.
There's lots of words and arrows and.
Well, like they're saying that like there's many people who do it right, but like where, why,
Mhm.
how, like what are they doing right?
Okay. And did you also notice that each one of you used a different strategy for trying to figure it out? I mean, a lot of people, their first thing was to go for the tape measure. Caitlin over here filled out the whole thing to see what part was the part that was supposed to be missing. Other people did like a line and just took out the part that was being pointed to. Everybody did a different thing, and these graphics were really confusing. Okay, so how could these graphics be more precise?
As long as, they're different objects, but as long as the part and the whole can be the same fraction for each picture.
Mhm. Mhm.
So you'd have to like make that bottle the same size as this pencil.
Uh huh.
Well, I also feel like that one was confusing because like the popsicle stick,
Yeah.
because it's not like the same.
Yeah.
Mhm. I also noticed, Caitlin, what was your trouble when you were filling it out?
Well,
So for instance, you're thinking
ones that they don't fit quite right.
They don't fit quite right. Like you had that whole top of the popsicle just like that didn't fit the cubes at all.
And then this part, just I'm like I was never sure if like
Mhm.
this part included this part or if it was just this part. It's also tripping. So that tiny little thing also sometimes accurately, but the
Why
way
are
they
they
don't
with the pencil? It's pointed here, so
Uh-huh.
it's not distributed properly.
Because then there's the bottom of the bottle is past the line.
The reason why they chose these objects is because they're kind of cute and they relate to children, but they don't actually help you.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
when you're supposed to, I guess, like when you're making a graphic for parents for children, you shouldn't be making them, I guess, appeal to children. Or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Mhm.
Because they don't
you have
have
an
any
idea what it might be.
I mean, I can't. When I was a kid, I just wanted out of the car seat. I couldn't say that I cared what
Or
size
it
the
just
car
makes
seat
you,
was.
yeah, it just makes you think of a car seat when you see it, so you're like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna read about that. It's a pencil?
Honestly-
Eh.
Okay, I do have a question. Out of the four graphs, because everybody saw them, out of the four, which do you think accurately, I cannot speak, shows it the best? The two smaller ones? So out of these two,
I think the stack.
Who got the 1/4?
they've got the 1/4.
Like, I can
Okay.
Which one got 1/4?
got 1/4 on the pencil.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question about the stack because everybody loves the stack. What did we say about fractions? They're part of a whole, but they're also equal parts.
Those aren't equal.
These are not equal. There's 4 parts, but they are not equal. This bottom one you can fit 3 of them on the bottom one, or the top one you can fit 3 of them on the bottom one.
They look like miniatures from cute little people like hanging out.
On like this one, the purple.
On the
The
purple?
silver is
No,
not
on the
a
silver you could,
Yeah.
but not the purple. I feel like it'd be too big. The green would be too big.
So that's not equal. So the bottle,
I'd say yes.
More equal.
the bottle's more equal.
But
And to be fair, it's not pointing out the nipple. I think I heard somebody say it's not pointing out the nipple. It's just the height of the bottle.
Well, I think my issue is that the line doesn't, it goes above where it has the marks for the milliliters.
Mhm.
So that's where it then loses its, because it goes below and it goes above, so it's no longer equal.
I didn't measure that properly, because I just went to the top milliliter.
Mhm.
So it'd be interesting to see if it is equal 1/4. Because I got 1/6.
And if you did these, it'd be
Yeah,
like
I just used that.
two of the, or three of the lines is the size of a Katie cube. So it'd be 1, 2, 3,
2 amounts. So you can
4.5.
we're getting 6 frozen waffles.
And you cannot equally judge that. So
We're getting 11 waffles for every
our answer was,
right?
however, how many kids
So
are in the correct size car seat
how
is
you basically get
1/4.
saying you basically get 2 waffles, 2 frozen waffles for every waffle mix.
And we
right?
got that from,
So if we wanted to
They're
compare
taking
frozen
the
waffles
one that's
and
left from the 3 and
mixed
4,
waffles
knowing
at the
that 3
same size,
out of the 4
this would
aren't
be
in the right car seat.
uh-huh.
So we know
how
1/4
many frozen
is,
waffles?
because 3/4 plus 1/4 is
2 for every one. So that would be a ratio.
Yes. Are we getting that?
Like 2 frozen waffles for every one.
Did our fractions talk like 3 weeks ago help out with this also though? Okay, okay. But the main issue, of course, is the graphic. I'm gonna have to reprint that because I drew on it. Our main issue, of course, is the graphics, and their issue is that while they're trying to show a fraction, it's not accurately portraying a fraction because fractions are equal parts, and these aren't equal parts. These aren't equal parts. Honestly, I was gonna argue with you guys that like the pencil could be it because you,
Because it has the points.
yeah, yeah. But like with the pencil, you could like line it up and like go from there, just like do a straight line.
I think because it also has like straight edges.
Yeah.
You know that's a triangle.
Uh huh.
So you could calculate it some way too, easier than like all those curves.
Mhm.
Percentages how? Like, okay. What about when you're traveling? Gas, miles per hour, that's a unit rate.
So what, we said the bottle was the
Miles.
best representation of the information?
So if you're going like
What was the 1/4 on the second one?
miles,
The 1/4, because what was 1/10? It was the
It was the stack.
stack, and the 1/4 was the stack. So I think who did the stack the second time? You did. So were you going just off of the height? You saw 4 of them.
They were all
Okay.
the same size and they'd be accurate.
If they were all the same size, they'd be accurate.
home, or we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll write it over here. So you want to find out, you can buy 1 ticket
Kim, your brain's going. What's up?
for
Well, I'm
50
just
cents,
saying, because like these two triangles,
12 tickets
Mhm.
for
you could fit them
$5.
together. And so you could just calculate this as a whole like rectangle
Mhm.
and then just subtract this amount
For $25
from it to
Mhm.
find like the total.
or 120
Because
tickets.
don't if you put those two together,
for
wouldn't they
$50.
like,
So these are your options when
If
you
you
go
broke
to
it
the
in
carnival.
half, it should fit into the other
Okay.
parts to make it
So
rectangle.
based on what we learned today, what is something you're gonna have to
put those two
use to
together.
figure this out?
Mhm.
does it equal like a parallelogram or something?
Right, exactly. You're gonna use
So, if we ever see these graphics just like out, we know to like point at them and be like,
the worst
That's
deal.
wrong.
that's wrong. That's as Julie said, bad. Just straight up
I
bad.
think also
And
like
what changes you
if
want.
kids are looking at this, because kids would look at it more than parents, but they wouldn't understand that
Mhm.
it'd be like
Okay.
teaching
So you guys
them
can
what
start
fractions
setting
are,
that.
even though
'Cause-
they may not know it.
Because it does not accurately portray
Fractions.
fractions the correct way because fractions are,
Equal parts.
y'all are amazing. Good job.